Hi everyone, Materim here again with another Fluffmasters video. And this is Fluffmasters number 8, and it will introduce the House Darkheart of the Dark Elves. So let's go ahead and get into it. The icy frozen streets of the Slaver's Gate, Karand Kar, are some of the harshest in all of Nagaroth. It is from these frigid streets that the family Darkheart ascended to rule over the Tower of Despair. Talora was the first of the family to claim the name Darkheart. Although she was one of many apprentice sorceresses to Morathi herself, she was the most vicious and cruel. She would be called on to conduct dark experiments in the name of Cain on the slaves that were sold to the Hag Queen. She would not hesitate to perform the bloodiest rituals to Kakari, the mistress of magic, on her own to gain herself favor outside those commanded by Morathi. Those slaves that managed to survive began calling her Lady Darkheart, as it seemed any semblance of a heart or kindness she may have had was surrounded by the deepest, most impenetrable darkness. Talora made many enemies along her ascent, but no one more powerful and unpredictable as Melisandre, the Keeper of Secrets and servant of Slaanesh. There would become a rivalry between the two, as each would try to best the other, undermining each other's greatest acts. However, the demon relished chaos like no other being, including Talora, and underestimating Melisandre would be Talora's eventual undoing. This is Talandra Darkheart, the daughter of Talora. She has recently ascended to become Tower Master after slaying her mother in ritual combat and placing her heart within a small jar upon the altar of Cain. This was brought about by the trickery of an agent of Melisandre, who came to her with words and evidence that Talora plotted against her and had even taken Talandra's consort, Lokir Felhart, as her own. Talandra challenged her mother and slew her, utilizing the power given to her by her rage. After which time the demon showed her true form, to revel in the confusion and chaos that she had wrought within House Darkheart. Talandra is a supreme sorceress and a master of the lore of dark magic, as was her mother, but Talandra is also a skilled warrior and possesses the blade Bloodseeker, which makes her a formidable enemy even in hand-to-hand combat. She revels in her position as slave mistress, and has a seemingly endless supply of fresh volunteers for her vile experiments. Uncertain of how to proceed with the leadership of her family, she has turned her attentions to the faraway Grey Mountains, having heard that others have sent troops there, and sensing Melisandre's potential influence within the area as well. She rages at having been tricked so readily by the Keeper of Secrets, and seeks to bring her vengeance upon the demon. The fact that there is considerable profit to be had in the potential slaves of that land is only a benefit to the dark-hearted Tower Mistress. This is the Dreadlord Sinbane. Sinbane is the commander of the forces of the Darkheart family. Promoted to that position upon Talandra's ascent, he has pledged his loyalty and love for the Supreme Sorceress. Though Talandra respects Sinbane's martial prowess, she does not return his affections, as she has chosen Lokir as her primary consort. This has placed tension between Lokir and Sinbane. Although Sinbane commands, Lokir reports directly to Talandra alone, and has the full support of his vile corsairs. This tension has spread between the forces under the Darkhearts and those of the Black Ark. Sinbane has two mounts that he has raised and trained during his days as a Beastmaster. Duras is his Cold One mount, when Sinbane chooses to ride with his knights into battle. He also controls the Black Dragon Shadowwind, which he can command the full army from the skies above. Before you is Lokir Felhart, known as the Kraken Lord. He is the commander of the Darkheart fleet. He is the current consort of Tilandra, but has several other concubines as well in the different ports he visits. He is a vicious warrior on the battlefield, but also at the negotiating table, as he travels throughout Nagaroth trading those slaves that Tilandra has no use for. He was offered the position as Tilandra's dreadlord, but prefers the open seas and the raiding of other lands more than the leadership of a full army. Plus, there's not a great deal of profit in being a single dreadlord. This is Shadow Stalker, a Cainite assassin under the employment of the Darkhearts. She and several of her other fellow assassins have made considerable profit from Tilandra by removing several other members of her family who could have laid claim upon the tower. Currently, she travels through the Grey Mountains, trying to uncover more information as to Melisandre's presence and her involvement in the recent upgrade of hostilities in the area. These assassins currently work as Tilandra's hands within the Grey Mountains, allowing the Dark Elven woman to operate her forces at a distance and not commit herself until her enemy has shown her face. So here we have the important personages of the Darkhearts of Nagaroth. They are one of the newer additions to the narrative, but one that will most assuredly cause no end of trouble and bloodshed to an already fractured land. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Got a couple more to do, and then I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing with the Fluffmasters series afterwards, but we'll definitely be using it to keep updated on the narrative and anything that doesn't fall within a specific battle report. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, please subscribe or like the video. Also, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I make it a point to respond to everybody that leaves a comment, and I love talking about the narrative, our battles, and pretty much anything else you guys want to chat about. So, again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.